Why is my ex on a dating site so soon after our breakup? That's what we're going to be talking about today. But first, my name is Clay with ModernLove.life, where we help you get the great loving relationship that you're looking for without having to play mind games, without having to play hard to get, and without having to pretend to be someone or something that you're not, because you deserve to be loved for the unique, amazing, and wonderful person that you are. And if you agree with me, do me a favor by giving this video a thumbs up and by subscribing to the channel if you're not already. Also, you might want to know that we do have a new training course called Connect and Commit. You can go ahead and check it out down below in the link in the description box for this video. I'm also going to pin a comment in the comment section with a link for more information on that. But you might want to check it out. It covers about how to connect and bond with your ex. It works great through text messaging. Obviously, it works great through face-to-face conversations too. But you might want to check that out if that's something that you might want a little bit of help with. I'm not going to hard sell you here, so if it's not something you're into, no worries. Let's just go ahead and get into the video, however. So if your ex is on a dating website soon after your breakup, first of all, we don't know how that dating site profile got there. We don't know the whole story about why it's there. I mean, maybe your ex was intentionally saying like, okay, great, I'm going to go ahead and put up a profile on Match.com or Tinder or some other place or whatever, and intentionally go out there and start dating and try to meet someone and move on. Maybe that's a possibility, but how do you know? Maybe they weren't just hanging out with one of their friends and their friend was like, oh, hey, you've been broken up with your ex for a while now. Let's get you on a dating site. Here, give me your phone. I'm going to download, Tinder on it or something. And okay, great. Here, let me take a photo of you. Okay, great. Here, I set it up for you. There you go. And it's just like, okay, sure, whatever, man. I'm just going to, sure, whatever. And it could have been something like that too. We don't know the whole story behind why it's there. So it's not really very resourceful to overanalyze it or overthink it or invest too much energy in trying to understand why that profile is there. But there are definitely a lot of reasons why your ex might have put up a dating profile. I mean, sure, we just went over two of them, but another one is that they're trying to deal with their emotions from this breakup in the best way that they know how. And again, a lot of people in our society, I don't know why we do this, but they kind of turn breakups into a competition. It's a competition that starts immediately after the two of you break up. And it's this sort of race to see who ends up in a relationship first, who ends up married first, who ends up happier first, who ends up however first. And we kind of have this competition with our ex. And so there's a lot of pressure that people feel to move on quickly. There's a lot of pressure that people feel to, move on quickly. Because as you know from watching our previous videos on this channel, moving on isn't just about doing the things that someone who has moved on would do, like put up a dating profile or go out on dates or end up in a relationship or end up getting married. But moving on is actually an emotional process. So we can't just do the things that somebody who is moved on would do and expect that we're going to move on. Unfortunately, your ex may not be aware of this. And they might be thinking that if they just go on a bunch of dates, they'll feel better. If they just get a new boyfriend or girlfriend, they will somehow be over you or something like that. This is how people end up in rebound relationships. This is how people end up in really bad situations. We have a whole series on rebound relationships. You can check it out up there. But this is how these things happen. It's because people confuse cause and effect. They think that if I just do the effect side of things, do what somebody who has moved on from a breakup would do, that they will then be over their breakup, right? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. We all know that you have to emotionally be over the breakup first before you're actually able to date and be in a relationship in a healthy, responsible, mature sort of way. If you're not, you're just going to end up in one of these, disastrous rebound relationships where there's all kinds of drama and on again, off again stuff. And you don't need me to tell you about rebound relationships. I'm sure you've probably seen your fair share of terrible rebound relationships. Maybe you're even witnessing one right now happening from your ex right now. Who knows? But your ex may be just kind of going along this train of thought that, okay, I need to get into a new relationship as fast as possible because that's how you show that you're over the breakup. So let's put up a dating profile and see what happens. And that could be their reasoning for it. Or, maybe they're intentionally trying to genuinely find a new relationship. My guess is that it's probably more of the rebound competition kind of thing. If this is like really, really, really soon after your breakup, usually somebody doesn't do it in a responsible sort of sense, unless they've actually had the time to move on emotionally and they've worked through their emotions and all of that stuff. And usually that takes a while for most people. Granted, some people can bounce back really quick if they're like really, really in touch with their emotions and they're really, really able and willing to do deep work and all of that stuff. But let's just say chances are pretty good your ex isn't one of those people. So chances are they put up a dating profile soon because they're dealing with their breakup in a poor way. And maybe they're trying to get a rebound. Maybe they're trying to, win the competition and see if they can move on first before you. Maybe they're just putting it up there just to see what else is out there. Sometimes people just do that just to see what else is out there. They feel hurt from the past. They might think that there's too much baggage or history between you and them to sort things out. And so they just want to see what else is out there. Maybe they'll be impressed with what's out there. Maybe they'll be sorely disappointed with what's out there. Maybe it's going to be a mixed bag. Who knows? But don't overthink this. Don't be trying to read too much between the lines. It's just really more of a sign that your ex is doing a really typical thing, which is to be emotionally unavailable, temporarily at least, after a breakup. They're dealing with their emotions in a way that is not the best way to do it. They're dealing with their emotions in a way that's sort of outside in, groping at external situations like, are people wanting to go out on dates with me? Are people wanting to message me? Are people wanting to meet up with me? Are people wanting to spend time with me? Are people wanting to be my girlfriend or boyfriend now? As opposed to dealing with it from the inside out. And that's a very common, very human thing to do. I think that people who probably watch this channel are probably a little bit more tuned in to doing inner work, doing deeper work. And so you're probably not going to make that choice, and that's okay. But don't get pulled into that, anxiety trap of, oh my goodness, he's on a dating website. Does that mean that my relationship with him never meant anything? Does that mean that, our time together was nothing for him and that he's moving on so fast and that I'm that replaceable and all? Like, don't do that. That's not true. It's not true. The time together that you had was absolutely important with him. Otherwise, he wouldn't have spent that time with you, or she wouldn't have spent that time with you. So don't doubt that. Just know that people have a tendency to deal with things in really poor ways. And that motivates people to do things like put up dating profiles. And hopefully it just ends at putting up a dating profile. It doesn't end up with something totally crazy like, getting engaged to somebody after knowing them for 2 weeks or something like that. Ask me how I know about that. But hopefully it's just a short-lived thing and it doesn't turn into some sort of disastrous train wreck of the fallout from being emotionally unavailable temporarily after a breakup. So, that's why your ex may have put up a dating profile so soon after the breakup. Once again, I hope you've liked this video. My name's Clay with modernlove.life. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and a subscribe if you're not already. And if you want to learn more about how to connect with your ex, conversational things to say to them to help inspire connection at specific make or break points in your interactions with one another, head down to the link in the description box below, and you can learn more about our training course called Connect and Commit. It's new. We just put it out a couple days ago, probably by the time this video is posted. So you might want to check it out. If it's for you, feel free to sign up. If it's not for you, no worries. But go ahead and also check out this series over here. It's on rebound relationships, or you might want to check out this video over here. But thank you once again so much for watching my video, and I'll talk to you next time in the next video. I hope you have a great day, and I hope that everything goes well for you. Take care, and I'll talk to you next time.